The Cursed Hospital. The city of Shimla, famous for its unmatched beauty and closeness to nature, witnesses a horrifying incident every night, making it seem almost impossible to escape. The residents of Shimla have become accustomed to living in this eerie environment. Whenever they step out of their houses at night, they wonder what fate awaits them. There are many places in Shimla where the presence of supernatural powers is felt, and where something terrible happens every day. There is not just one, but many haunted places here, about which we are going to tell you. One such place is Shimla's Indira Medical Hospital. Himakal's largest hospital, Indira Medical Hospital, is located in Shimla. But people are so afraid of it that they believe those who return after getting treatment there die soon after. It is believed that even after recovering and returning home, someone dies every week. The spirits of those who died in this hospital are said to still linger inside, casting their dark shadows over the patients. This hospital is considered cursed, and all who come here for treatment always feel an eerie presence around them, even when no one else is there. The people of Shimla are now convinced that something is definitely wrong here. They have heard strange voices calling out their names, experienced unseen forces pushing them, and sometimes had their paths blocked on the stairs. Incidents like the lift getting stuck, suddenly starting to move on its own, and someone screaming in a shrill voice have now become common. Hanging dead body. A village named Kolar. A man was returning home from his work in the forest near that village. Suddenly, he started crying loudly and said, "No, are you alive or are you dead?" Earlier, no one in that village believed in ghosts, but after that day, slowly the villagers started fearing ghosts. Something happened in Kolar village, that there was a woman in that village who was mentally unstable. Her husband also died in an accident. Since then, she had become a bit strange. Some villagers even called her mad. Once, when at night a man from the village whose name was John left for the city for some important work. There was only one way to go to and from the village. John was passing through the forest when he saw a woman's corpse hanging from a tree in the forest, some distance away from the village. He suddenly got scared and ran back to the village. Some people, seeing John running like this, said, "What happened, John? You had just left for the city, and why did you come running back?" Then John told that he had just seen someone's dead body hanging from a tree, and that body was of a woman. In no time, the whole village gathered there. Someone said, "What happened? Where is the body? Let's go and see." When the villagers went and saw the body, it was actually a woman's body hanging from the tree. Some people said, "Take her down and let's cremate her." But then some villagers said, "Now cremating her will not do anything, and if this body is cremated inside the village, then her soul will keep wandering inside the village." Due to this mutual debate, the villagers left the body of that woman hanging from the tree, and now she is visible to everyone in the village as a soul. The villagers can no longer cremate that woman's body because souls are never cremated. Deadly accident. John was returning home by train. The train was quite late. When he got down at the station, it was 1:30 in the night. It is difficult to get a ride late at night at small stations. Then John's house was outside the city, so he started walking along the railway line. As soon as he left the platform and came along the tracks, he saw a girl walking with him. When he asked, she told him that she was coming home from the hostel and got into trouble because the train was late. Coincidentally, her house was on the way to John's house. John said that it was okay, he would move ahead only after dropping her home. The girl told him that she was studying in Inter and her father's name was Peter. She asked, "Do you play badminton?" John said, "Yes, I play." The girl told him that she had seen him playing in a tournament. There was silence on one side of the railway line and scattered population on the other side. Some houses were still being built. Light was coming from some houses. While talking to the girl, they did not realize when they reached the railway gate. The girl showed John her house and said, "Now I will leave. John said, "I will move ahead only after dropping you home." But the girl said, "Now there is no problem." Finally, John said, "Call me after you reach home. Only then I will move ahead." The girl called after reaching her door. John started on his way. After 4 days, when John went towards the city, he remembered her while passing by the girl's house. He asked a nearby shopkeeper, "Which is Peter's house?" The shopkeeper pointed towards a house and said, "The one who is walking near the gate is Peter." John went to him and said, "Hello, uncle." Peter started trying to recognize John. John said, "Uncle, 4 days ago, when I was coming from the station through the railway line at night, your daughter Maria came with me. How is she now?" Peter kept listening to John silently and then gestured him to come inside. Both of them were sitting in the drawing room when a girl placed biscuits and water on a tray. Peter said, "This is my younger daughter Stella." John asked, "Where is Maria?" Peter pointed towards the wall. Maria's picture was hanging there with a garland on it. John was shocked. Peter said, "It was 2 months ago. Maria got down from the train and was walking on the railway line. 2 buffaloes came running from behind. Some people shouted, so Maria looked back. To save herself from them, Maria ran on the railway line. At the same time, a train was coming and Maria got hit by it and died." While saying this, his eyes became moist. Then he calmed down a bit and said, "Maria was a very cheerful girl. She was the light of our house. She was very good at studies. Well, tell me, when she met you, she was not looking sad, right?" John said, "She was talking like a normal student. It didn't seem that..." And interrupting him, John slowly got up and said, "Okay, uncle, I am leaving." Peter said, "Okay, son, keep coming." John came out emotionally. Maria's face was repeatedly coming in front of his eyes. It was 2 o'clock in the night. It was raining heavily. There was dense darkness. The clouds were thundering intermittently. When lightning flashed every once in a while, nearby things were visible, otherwise it was difficult to even see the hand. John was waiting for his taxi outside the New York station. There was little hope of getting a ride in this season, yet it was possible that a ride might come from the train that was coming after some time. The train arrived after about an hour. After some time, when lightning flashed, a modern 18-19-year-old girl was seen coming out with a bag hanging on her shoulder. She went straight to his taxi and asked him to take her to Utica. John said that it was nighttime, so he would take $500 to go there. Otherwise, wait for 4 hours. I will take you in the morning for $100. The girl said, "Keep $200 now, I will send the rest there," and sat on the taxi. John started the taxi. After about half an hour, the girl stopped the car outside a house and went inside saying that she wanted to borrow money from the house. When she did not return for a long time, John became worried sitting alone. He knocked on the door of the house. After a long time, an old man opened the door, rubbing his eyes. He asked, "Who are you and why have you come so late in the night?" John said, "The girl who came a little while ago has not paid my full fare." The old man looked at him with surprise. He said, "No girls live here. I live alone." John's eyes fell on a photo. He said this girl had come. "I have brought them from the station." The old man looked at him with surprise and then said, "It has been 8 years since this girl died. Look, there is a garland on the photo. She was my granddaughter. How can she come?" John lost his senses. He quietly reached his taxi. He saw that $300 was kept on the seat. He kept the money in his pocket and ran away from there. From that day, he stopped driving taxi at night.